Y'all need help with your dreams? Well, Squarespace is the #1 resource for helping dreams come true, baby. Open up that website of corn dog prints and corn dog making classes has never been closer than it is with Squarespace. With Squarespace, you can craft the ultimate website with no experience needed thanks to their suite of templates. You can create the niftiest website around to make sure your corn dog website is eye-catching and pleasing. Create special members-only areas with fellow corn dog aficionados can hang out and enjoy. Exclusive content catered to them. With Squarespace, it is super easy to create spaces where paying members have access to special videos, newsletters, or even online courses. The best part is that all these analytical tools to track performance on the website is already built into Squarespace. Get your insights and learn how to grow your online corn dog biz right now. Head to squarespace.com/bombcast for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, use offer code BOMBCAST to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain.
Hey, everybody, it's Tuesday, June 13th, 2023. Welcome to an episode of the Giant Bombcast, episode 793. We're in person. Secretly, we're still in LA. We're time traveling.
I think we live here now.
I think we're all Hollywood versions of ourselves now. Dan has become a drip king. I'm your host, Jan Ochoa. The Giant Bombcast is powered by NZXT, as you can see right behind Jeff Grubb. Look at this. Look at those fans burring and stirring.
Lighten up back and forth. It's cool.
Yep. Joining me, as always, co-captain of the ship, Jeff Grubb.
You said June 13th. I've lost time on this trip. It's like,
it's June now.
Yes, it's June. We're like deep into June. June 13th.
It's like mid-June?
Yeah, it's mid-June.
My birthday's Friday. Jesus.
Your birthday is
Coming
Friday.
Up. Yeah. Well, me and John Drake.
Wait, you and John Drake, of course. Yeah. J-O-N John Drake.
Of course, yes.
Yeah. Dan Reichert is on this lovely velvet. This is a velvet?
Sure. It is now.
Couch. Boys, we've been in Los Angeles for a week plus now. About a week.
We flew out here Wednesday. Were we at Disneyland? That feels like a lifetime ago. Disneyland was last Wednesday night, right?
Yes.
Does that sound right?
Yes.
You said your mic's a little bit louder is what they're saying.
All right. Well, fuck off, everyone.
Yeah, we'll make it.
What do you want me to do?
Yeah. What do you want? On the couch. You can't do anything.
We'll fix it in post. You're watching the.
You
guys
are watching the.
I talk first on the Bombcast. I have to be a little louder,
That's
know.
Right.
Like,
and we've been doing this shit for a week now. We don't want to be standing up.
Exactly.
I'm not gonna fix shit. I'm not gonna switch. I'm not gonna switch any camoras.
How dare you even try to correct him on something right now? Yeah. This man's been working his ass off for a week.
Go light up. Go light up. just smoke a fat bleezy.
I'm gonna miss this chair.
You got real comfortable on there.
At
one
cozy.
point in between segments, I went up there to kind of like attaboy like on the back, and it was a swamp.
Oh yeah, I'm a completely sweaty man. I'm the sweatiest person alive. I really am. And like the air comes down from over here, and it's not getting over here at all.
Yeah, okay, it was like a full splash.
Totally. Yeah, and I was like, when I'm like talking and getting animated, it all just happens, and I get overheated and.
Yeah.
Oh, it was rough.
I don't know what happened on night 2, but somehow the AC turned off.
Oh, good.
And then when we came in here...
That's the night when I got real rough. That was real bad.
Yes, when we came in here the next day, I saw that the temp inside the studio was 75 degrees.
Oh, that's too much. I like a good 66, 65.
Would you say that you can't live without air conditioning? And perhaps the internet?
I like air conditioning a lot. I don't know if it's my second most human need, like some people.
Okay.
He's like, my needs are so basic, and then he looks like high society. Like
we know money's not one of his needs.
No, definitely not.
Jesus Christ. Fucking $520.
I still can't. At least he got rid of the cash.
I don't know. You might have just tweeted that.
Oh, that's a good tactic. Uh-huh. That's a good tactic. Well, boys, we've been here for Summer Game Fest. And the Giant Bomb at Night shows. Thank you to everyone if you've gotten the chance to watch them, whether or not you joined us live. It's big shout out to the Windbag.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, due to how everything was wired up and everything, A couple technical hiccups, but the Windbag will probably be broadcasting all the stuff he had prepared for us on twitch.tv/the Windbag.
Yeah,
the underscore Windbag.
He put a lot of work into this, and at least he'll get to put it out there. So please watch, support, check his thing out.
Yeah,
he does great work.
We love him. He was great.
Yes.
Windbag, absolutely fantastic. Salt of the earth. I wanted to talk about. This is not going to be a normal Bombcast.
No.
We're tired as hell.
Yeah, we did a lot of content. If you wanted to see us, you can do so.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's not going to be a news segment. There's no emails. Unfortunately, there's no shout outs. I'm sorry. The only thing we've been playing is playing this game.
Mm-hmm. The game of life, business,
Yes.
production,
Yes.
games.
Yes. I told you guys in the Uber here, I want to talk about something controversial.
Okay, let's do it.
I think. Oh no, Quackaga, no.
Fuck Quackaga.
I think the TriCaster is some boomer ass shit. I fucking hate the TriCaster.
Yeah, it's a real piece of shit.
I fucking hate the TriCaster.
Listen, Ricky and Kiki
so
are great.
much.
They with the TriCaster.
They're very nice.
Yeah.
Yes.
It is like I don't care that web video, web production is like heavily steeped in the TriCaster. I want to fucking burn that shit down.
Yeah.
It seems unnecessary in this day and age.
Too many buttons.
Yeah.
Too many
I
buttons.
like a good mixer with a few buttons,
Sure.
couple faders, you want to be able
Sure.
to adjust, but like that's a steel battalion over there.
That's a steel battalion over there.
Yeah.
But like, it's
Blame that for the hiccups with Henry.
I do.
Yeah.
I
It's like,
actively.
for shoot,
I
it was.
for shoot do. Because there's so many things I could do with vMix and like import. I can literally import whatever I want in vMix.
Trees.
In OBS, you can,
Yeah.
especially the tree. This doesn't have a tree.
I was thinking about it. Like, I was watching you, Kiki from the Burger My Bananas. I was like, oh, is she in there? Can you put her on?
Yeah.
And I was watching the process, and it just seemed so cumbersome and everything. Versus, like, I was trying to think, if I was in OBS at home, I could
drag
find
and
a
drop.
fucking transparent GIF on Google and
Yes.
bring it in, and there she is.
Yeah. Yeah. And if you want it to be like fancy or whatever, you could like load in a bunch of different transitions, have Kiki slide in and all that jazz.
Singers and stuff.
Yeah. But yeah, that's that. Despite walking into a preset, pre-built studio, that is like the one thing I would have changed.
Yeah.
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 Is there like aftermarket mods, like software mods for it? Can you like install a version of OBS that someone made for TriCaster?
You could probably just use that as like USB
interface.
input and
sure.
everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the thing with like the TriCaster mostly is like I can't tab out to a browser.
Yeah.
Like I can't easily tab out to like, oh, I just need to download this PNG.
Sure.
Like I need to put in a USB drive to load up PNGs or whatever other assets.
Yeah, that's bananas.
Wait, is it not running out? Is there no like Windows
So
situation?
there is a Windows situation underneath, but you have to completely quit out of TriCaster.
Yeah, because TriCaster like
That
takes it
sucks.
over.
I mean, you could get into like a file browser, right?
Yeah.
Like and
But
everything.
you can't. You'd have to have the file already.
Yes.
Like, that sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a bummer.
It's like well after like using vMix for so long now and everything. And TriCaster, it's been great. OBS is like built on top of that, taking it into all that jazz, vMix, etc. Fucking TriCaster. Oh my fucking god.
Yeah.
Bane of my
Boo.
existence.
You want to go fuck it up? Do you want to like Office Space? this
No,
thing, or-
because this is Emma's dojo.
Sure,
I
sure.
can't mess with Emma's
And like
dojo.
Box, who's their producer, like remotes into it like from somewhere else, and that's pretty like so you can do it. That's neat.
Yes.
But for our purposes, boy, it's just complete nothing.
Well, just because like we have a lot of ideas that we will come up then and there. It's
Yes.
improv, baby. It's jazz. And then like with the TriCaster, it's like instead of being almost instantaneous with OBS or vMix, it takes so much longer to actually think about making that happen. Like the lower thirds this year were an absolute nightmare.
Really?
Because I would have to go into Photoshop, make a PNG, export that onto a USB drive, take that USB drive, throw it into the TriCaster, import that.
Well, I was watching you on a laptop doing. So you're on a laptop doing the Photoshop. So does that mean all like five or six names are on one transparent PNG? So if someone moves around or you need to change something,
That's
you can't
why,
just do that.
So that's why I made everyone sit in specific
Right.
places.
There was we brought in someone last minute, and then I watched the process. I'm like, oh no, that's a lot of work.
OBS, just fucking duplicate one, change it, you're good to go.
Yep.
Oh man, this is that.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
I understand that this studio is built with certain specifications in mind because Box does remote in and everything, and I'm sure it is 100% easy for those purposes. But before we keep going, boys, I want to give a special shout out at the beginning of the show to Emma Fife.
Oh yes.
I cannot put Emma Fife over enough.
It's impossible.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, as much work as we did beforehand, I'm realizing she did so much more getting all this stuff in place so that we could just kind of execute. It's unbelievable.
I mean, we saw that a bit when we went to San Diego for DreamHack. She was so on top of everything. And first of all, the presentation, like going on stage and doing stuff, like, I don't know if you guys do this, but I get very up in my head about like, okay, is this going to go well? Like with her, she would do like 8 shows in a row and somebody would just tell her something beforehand, like, oh, this thing changed. She'd be like, oh, yep, got it. And nail it. So I was instantly super impressed there. And then here is on another level because this is like her studio. She knows this area and everything. And like, you need anything. And she's got it. Yep. So it's
we had a bartender outside in the green room.
She set that up. Yeah.
Yeah, she set that up. Like another PA just helping with virtually any and everything. We had a cheese board apparently.
Yeah, we know the cheese board was great. Yeah. We talked about the COVID test on the mic check. Like Jesus Christ.
Yep.
Just ridiculous.
Yeah. But boys, this was your first Summer Game Fest, and I think we got to ask the question: How was it?
I got to say, as someone who's been doing E3 since '06 and like the Giant Bomb style of the night shows and everything since, well, I guess I started being on them in 2011 or so.
Yeah.
So I've seen and done a lot of these.
Yeah.
And I think this was my favorite. I think the guests were great. Just the whole situation here, the fact that we had a real studio and didn't have to just set it up in a conference room at the Standard or whatever. Like this is, and just the whole situation out there. The green room situation is, I think, the best it's ever been.
Yeah.
God damn, what the couches you assembled were just
Grub.
absolutely incredible. Great people across the industry, and like the couches that you assembled, great. But obviously, that doesn't go that far unless you are, keeping the ship on course. And so many different couches, so many different segments, just incredible. Yeah. And again, we've said before, big shoes to fill. But my God, you fucking killed it.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it. It was very easy because everyone I brought on, I'm like, they can make this happen. They know what they're doing.
Right.
And everyone came through. It was really good. But I think you're right. It was a lot of fun to see like that spirit continue and everyone want to come be a part of it. We're like a bit of a hike away from where everything is happening.
Sure.
Everyone showed up though. Everyone wanted to be a part of it. That meant a lot. That's like a really nice thing because people don't have to do this. But it's not like not paying appearance fees to come be on the night shows. And everyone's like, no, I want to come be a part of this. And that's been the sentiment since it's ended. Is like, I want to be on it next time. And there's going to be a next time. Like, we were just talking to our boss's boss about it a little bit. Like, hey, let's start talking about it next time. It's like, that's great.
Well, and I love the approach too because it's like you said, we don't pay appearance fees, but it's also not like it's not a press junket. We're not here to say like, hey, go through a bullet list of like the things you're promoting or whatever reason you want to sell games. People are coming here to have conversations about games with other people in the industry that they respect. Yeah. And seeing the connections forming between like, oh, maybe these people on the couch didn't know each other and now they do, and now that's a connection. It feels very, very special.
I think it's the right place for Giant Bomb to be in terms of that stuff. Because we could only carry the conversation. There's only so many of us carrying the conversation all the time. It's tough. Yeah. But, like we could create some kindling. Yeah. And like that's fun because it's like that's where we fit in and that's our attitudes a little bit and that's our spirit kind of works really well with that. And honestly, I mostly like cool people meeting other cool people. That's really
and then everyone meeting Mike Minotti.
And then everyone meeting Mike Minotti, which is like you got to bring it back down a little bit. Right? You got to kind of keep people real, keep them humble.
Phil Spencer was very impressed with the green room situation because when he came in, I told him, I was like, hey, thanks so much for coming by again. It's always a highlight of E3 or Summer Games Fest. I know some things have changed, and thanks so much for being here. And he goes, yeah, some things have changed. This room smells a lot better. And I was like, oh, yeah, it's not just filled with a bunch of food. And he goes, not just food, old food that's been sitting there for a long time.
Right.
And it was like, you don't miss it? He's like, I didn't say that.
Yeah.
But yes, that was very fun. Again, thanks for them for coming by.
Yeah.
Thanks for everybody for sparing their time. And thanks for watching. It seemed like everyone had a fun time watching. I'm really glad to hear that. So,
Grub, I don't mean to put you on the spot and like make you pick your favorite child here, but like any couple segments specifically just felt very special to you.
Yeah, I mean, I think we were kind of
Dan.
It was askew. The Starburst lid was askew. It was bothering me.
We're trying to help out Dan with his Starburst addiction.
I'll tell him when I've had enough. He's been trying to. I don't want to We're having a good time here. I don't want to.
A lot of the panels were very good, and the segments were very good.
Answered correctly. He answered correctly. There we go.
Oh yeah. Very diplomatic.
Yeah.
It was fun to try to figure out like how to keep the conversations interesting. It was fun. It was like scary to kind of keep it because like after the first night, it's like we kind of talked about SGF over and over again. And it's like I'm interested because everyone's perspective is going to be a little bit different. Yeah. I'm like that's going to get stale after a while, and I still would have to come back to it because it's like trying to think of commonalities here that people have, and that we're all here. That's going to be a go-to if I'm stuck and I don't have anywhere else to go. So it worked, but by the third night, it was like there was common conversations that people were having about, like that IGN meme that went around. And so I really liked having like John Davison on to talk about it, having Rihanna here to help to add some perspective on that, and Danny, and then even before that in the panel like a couple of times before that was Imran talking about that same thing. Just those conversations are, I care about them, and then I can only speak to them so much. So having people there that are ready to like pick up that ball and inform, I really appreciated that.
Yeah.
But it was awesome all around.
Cad Bailey, Reb, also from IGN.
That
rightfully
that
so.
I didn't. Dan was like, "Hey, these ones have themes." I'm like, "Oh, I did stuff with themes. I didn't realize." Then he's like, "Yeah, here's one to media and here's some developers." I'm like, "Yeah, I guess I did try to do that a little bit."
It was like kind of funny and min-max.
Yeah.
Right.
And that one I realized it's like while I was talking to him, it's like we do have everyone like on the different parts of the spectrum of covering games, from people who are just trying to get in, and people who have been doing it at corporations, and people who are doing it like as Patreons, and someone who's got a big, almost like group Patreon that's massive. And it was kind of fun to be like, okay, how are you all viewing this same thing from all these different angles? And it's like, actually, we're kind of all in the same boat.
Well, and you did such a great job of picking people out that, like, there are people that I had never met before. Like, I had never talked to Nikki Grayson before, and I thought they were hilarious and great to have on the couch. And like, okay, now I got new fun people to follow.
Yeah. Nikki's great. Love Nikki.
And Barley.
Oh, Barley, of course. Yeah.
The real star.
First dog on the couch.
Yep.
First, yes. I love Marino stock. Keeping track of everybody. I'll take a look at that.
Also, shouts out to Marino for doing the work for years and years of tracking all that stuff.
It's really fun to look
Apparently, we've hit over 300 guests on the couch
guests
now.
on the couch,
Which is wild.
Yep, and that tweet says, and that counts Barley.
Nice.
Which is
there's a 5 Timers Club. We've got the SNL thing now.
Yep. Mary Kish on there.
This is on there.
Absolutely. It was,
of course, Langs and
of course.
Right.
Yeah. It was it's when Drake was here, and he's like, "Boys doesn't know you," and my Boys just doesn't want to be here. He would have came, but he didn't want to come into town. I'm like, I don't blame you, but
we'll see. And the 5 Timers Club thing, I think Drake is like the Tom Hanks situation, where it's just like, holy shit, he's been coming on nonstop for
and he's the like of those like top tier ones, like he's the one that returned this year. So,
I wouldn't take it. Tom Hanks is like a nice, likable person, so maybe that analog isn't 1-to-1. But you know what I mean? Just numerically, just hard numbers.
A shitty Tom Hanks.
Shitty Tom Hanks is what John Drake is. Yeah.
I heard that about him.
Yeah, everyone says it. Yeah.
So something that was special to me, Grub, is I think it was the Min-Max couch with like blessings. Just looking at that couch, I'm like, these are all a bunch of young fuckers. Like these people are children.
Yep.
Wait. I'm the same age as them. We're children.
I had that same thought.
Dan was just saying like, wow, all of them have so much Riz.
Yeah. I had the most Riz and drip.
Of course.
Yeah. Of course. Yeah, definitely. The Dan Reichert story.
The Driz, yeah.
The
Driz. Dan Reichert, Driz.
Okay, drip, Riz. Okay.
Boom, new gimmick.
It was it is pretty similar to wrestling, right? Where it's like 33 years old in covering video games is still kind of young. It's kind of like these days. It's like
Is there a DDP of
that's
games
what like
media?
DDP? Yeah, I think there probably is. There's
is Mike Minotti the DDP? No, he didn't just start.
No, but he's just that's true. DDP started like training in his mid-30s.
Right. Yeah. There's definitely some out there, but I honestly, overnight success is always are people who like actually been trying for a long time, except for DDP.
Except for DDP.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. And then I don't know. It was cool to see like my boy Moises like gets thrown onto the couch last minute, and like he's trying to find his footing in this very tumultuous industry and shit. Yeah, exactly. And then also just thinking, we saw Mike Minotti's feet.
Yeah, everybody
heard, we smelled.
We did hear his feet when I slapped them, yes.
He slapped them? I missed that.
Slapped one of his feet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he like clapped his feet together.
No, I just went in
that would have been upsetting.
That would have been terrible.
I love it. Don't worry, they're not sweaty, they're flaky. I think that's worse.
He thinks it's not worse.
Yeah.
Flaky's worse, I think.
I think of all the things he said. Listen, Disney Fruit is very funny.
Disney Fruit is way up there.
The idea of a cloud of your dad's feet calluses in the air.
Inhaling his dad's feet.
Yeah, that's the one that's really going to stick with me.
He says so much stuff every time I talk to him, and I just walk away just thinking about it. And it's like I said before we went on here, like, I have a Dan now.
Dan's mini-me.
And it's fucking crazy. It's just, oh my God.
Yep, absolutely.
Boys, how do we feel about a quick break? And then we'll be back almost immediately.
Let's do it.
All right, we'll be back after this.
Yo, I can't stop thinking about making this corn dog website. There's so many variations of corn dogs that I need to catalog them on a website of sorts. That's where Squarespace comes in. Squarespace can help me create a poppin' website to showcase my adoration for corn dogs. Squarespace can help me open up my own online store where I can sell corn dogs or corn dog prints. They can help you sell your products online and also throw in gift cards too if you want. Appointment scheduling is a thing that Squarespace can assist with as well. If you're a personal trainer, a salon owner, or you're offering classes about corn dog making, then Squarespace has your back, no problem. Push your corn dog blog as well. Squarespace has powerful blogging tools to make sure you can share your stories about what you want, how you want. Make your content work for you. Check out squarespace.com/bombcast for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, use offer code BOMBCAST to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Corn dogs. Yo, hydration is not just for folks that are running a marathon or working on their powerlifting. Everyone should be hydrated. If you're a parent running around, running errands, someone leading meetings, or even just going for a walk around the neighborhood, you need to stay hydrated. And you can stay hydrated with Liquid IV. With just one stick, Liquid IV can hydrate you 2 times faster than water alone. Plus, you'll get essential vitamins like B3, B5, B6, B12, and vitamin C. That's so many Bs and at least one C. You'll also get 3 times the electrolytes of leading sports drinks. Y'all, I love Liquid IV. It has helped me stay on track and make sure that I'm feeling okay and good throughout the day. It is absolutely necessary when you're jumping around a convention or putting on a live show that you need a little boost. With all the traveling I'm doing, their immunity line has also helped me from getting sick. It also doubles as my favorite flavor, tangerine, but they got 12 other flavors for whatever floats your boat. Real people, real flavor, real hydrating. Grab your Liquid IV in bulk nationwide at Costco, or you can get 20% off when you go to liquidiv.com and use code BOMBCAST at checkout. That's 20% off anything when you shop Better Hydration today using promo code BOMBCAST at liquidiv.com.
And we're back. Welcome, everyone. I lied at the beginning of the show. We do have news. The news being we've had several burritos this trip.
Let's ballpark this. I feel like I had 3... I had late nights, 3 breakfast.
You did not have, I think I've had 4 late nights.
I think
you did. There's one night I didn't.
Yes, that's
one. You guys went. I went to bed. Yeah, I've had at least 6 burritos on this trip.
From how many different places? Just 3.
2 next to the hotel.
Yeah.
1 last night at the one a little further.
Yes.
That truck. And then 3 from that place we got delivery this morning, which was incredible.
Right. Right.
Ranking wise, the breakfast ones. I think you guys got the same ones, right? You guys didn't get any outside of those places.
I got the bacon one, yeah.
No, but I mean like the 3, the 2 next to the hotel.
I think we've all only been to those 3.
No, yeah, we've kept it clean. I think we've stayed around the same parameters.
Okay.
We've only had burritos from these 3 places.
So the best one is by the studio.
Yeah, I think this is going to be unanimous, right?
I think so. So yeah.
Yeah, the best
breakfast
delivery breakfast burritos.
Yeah. Okay, so here's my thing. Breakfast burritos, as a connoisseur of burritos, I live in the Bay Area, some of the best burritos in the country.
Sure.
The thing we're lacking is a good breakfast burrito.
This is the best I've ever had.
So whenever I have it, I savor it. I'm like, holy shit, this is amazing. Mm-hmm. And I think it's the best breakfast burrito I've ever had.
It's really good. I had the bacon and the steak.
The place is called Wake and Late, which I don't really get the name, but it's steak, tater tots, avocado, cheese, hot sauce, I don't know if I'm missing anything there, but like the tater tots and avocado and steak together. Oh,
it's wet and crunchy, just like Mike likes.
Yeah, it's his favorite. Yes.
The bacon ones, I think the bacon ones are very good. So the
really good.
The steak's great.
Yes. Yeah. I think my one problem with the bacon one is that the bacon is too crunchy.
Yeah. Kind of hurts your teeth.
Yeah, I like a little bit chew to my bacon as well.
The steak isn't all stringy and gets between your teeth, which is what I usually don't like about a steak, breakfast burrito, or anything that has breakfast or steak at breakfast.
Yep.
This is like it went down, no problem.
Oh, it's eggs. Chat's saying, how the fuck can Dan have a breakfast burrito if he doesn't eat eggs? What the fuck is a breakfast burrito without eggs? Isn't just burrito. Egg was the thing we forgot to say. There is egg.
There is.
And I eat eggs, again, to clarify. I eat eggs just fine.
You just don't like preparing them.
Trust them.
I just don't like thinking about them too much.
Sure.
I mean, it's just like thinking about breathing, right?
Right. You get anxious and it's like I'm hyper aware of it and stuff. I don't want to think about the fact that I'm eating like a weird baby that didn't come to life.
Okay, now I have that thought in my head, and I love eggs.
Like, you hear the horror stories of like, oh, we went to cook this egg and like a baby chicken fell out, and that's fucked. Like, I don't want to risk eating eyeballs and brains and skulls.
Right?
Like that's fucked. Yeah. Like I'm not a vegetarian or anything, but some stuff is just straight up fucked, and like eggs are freaky.
Yeah.
So back to the burritos.
Yeah.
We've been frequenting the place directly next to the hotel. Mm-hmm. It's not the best quality. Last night we tried something different. We got a little crazy.
Yeah. Much longer wait.
Very long wait.
Yes.
And it was like after the last late night show. And so we were all completely zapped.
Yeah.
Completely
leaning
done.
against the wall, checking our phones, exhausted.
With a couple of fuckboys with their girlfriends just going non-stop. Really wearing us thin. And so we're putting up with that and waiting for this food, and like this better be better. Yeah. We've done the disappointing burrito several times by this point.
If we're rating them on like a Giant Bomb 5-star scale, I would say the ones right next to the hotel, I would give. I like 0.5s. I'll say a 2.5 out of 5.
Next to the hotel. Okay,
yeah,
sorry.
The long wait one from the truck that we had last night, I think that was a solid 3.5.
Okay.
And then I would say the steak breakfast, the bacon breakfast one delivery was a 4.5. The steak is a 5.
Wow.
I would say.
Okay. Yeah. I've only had the bacon breakfast burrito, but I agree with the 4.5. Mm-hmm. The one we tried last night, I think it's more of a 3.
Yeah, it was a step up. It wasn't huge.
It's good. 3 means good.
3 means good. Yeah. And I think what killed it for me was probably the weight.
Yeah, a little bit maybe. Yeah.
Oh! I thought you were talking W-E. Oh, you're saying waiting time. Yeah, it's not worth the extra weight.
Yeah, the burrito's too heavy for
man. Burritos are a heavy food.
And also, like, the everyone else that was, like, frequenting this truck also just like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, what's going on with your life right now?
Those guys sucked.
Yeah.
They were really, really obnoxious.
Yeah, when we got there, the guy was, I'm gonna Google if chickens eat poop. And that was the bit.
And he just kept saying it over and over again. Yeah. They were very loud. They were very, seems like they might have met those girls recently. I don't know. But they were very much trying to Riz.
Yeah, they were trying to drop the Riz.
Yes.
And it was I've never seen such dearth of Riz in my life.
I was getting rizzed off.
Yeah.
Amen. And then, like, I don't know if you guys noticed this, but the person before them, like, was paying with $100 bills.
Mike Minotti. It was Mike Minotti.
Yeah. He's like,
it was Mike Minotti. No, and it was just like, God, Jesus Christ. Like, they take card, do the card. Mm-hmm. Do you have anything lower than a fucking 100 to this truck, please?
Right.
But then the one next to the hotel, 2.5. 2.5.
It's a 2 for me, but I mean, that's fine. I didn't like it, but I ate it
4 times.
Yeah. Because I wouldn't eat all night.
But also, it's like, it comes out so fast. It's like almost fast food.
Yes, it was instantaneous. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you weren't really you didn't really do the green room, obviously. You
were
here.
Yeah.
So it's like we had pizza and garlic
knots. I would buy it would, my mouth, and I already struggle to say words anyhow.
Sure.
Like cheese makes me get that postnasal drip, and I didn't want that happening.
Yeah.
And that everything was cheesy or whatever, and then there's like the spicy wings, and that has its own thing. I don't want my hands to be dirty because I'm going to be shaking hands. So it was like, I was fine. I was mostly fine. I wasn't thinking about food at all. So when I got done, I'm like, I should eat something. Or else I'll wake up tomorrow with no energy. I'll be done. and it served a purpose, and it was fine. And we go back to our rooms and sit in our weird little desks.
Oh God!
And just
it's a fucked up hotel.
Have a little business meal, and it was fine. I kind of like it was a little ritualistic.
There were so many stupid. I did the exact same thing. Like I do the lamp or whatever it makes sense.
Lamp.
Like,
my big Diet Coke that I drink. They look like that. But that's what it felt like.
There's so many fucked up things about that hotel. From like the bed placement we talked about, but like the lights were fucking weird. Even in the shower, it's like every shower I've ever been in has a place for. Sometimes there's a little like thing you can put the towel over.
Oh.
Sometimes you put it over the door, so you can just like after you're doing a thing, you can do this with your face or whatever. They didn't even have that. I had to put my towel on top of the closed toilet. And then if I had to like wipe my face...
Oh, your toilet was next to your shower?
Yeah, don't get ahead of yourself, Mitch.
No. My toilet was in a closet.
Yeah, my toilet's in a closet too.
Okay.
Once we leave the hotel, I'll post some pictures of my room. So
it was really fun.
Maybe don't, because we might come back there next year.
I won't do that actually. Yes. Yeah. It's a weird place though. I have hooks in my shower and right outside my shower, so you don't have the hooks.
There were hooks, but you want it like a towel is wide. You want it like folded over. You don't want it just like the little tiny thing there. I want to be able to grab it and just like my whole face and beard and stuff.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe we should talk about some of the games we saw at SGF. I just want 2 games from both of you.
You know what I'll say? I don't think I was on like a game segment the night or the day I played Sonic.
No,
I don't know if we talked about
how was it? Did you kiss anyone?
No, it's not one of those. Like Sonic's, I feel like you either have the big, too much story, the games with lyrics. So I think lyrics are lyric Sonic.
Oh, that's good.
I think that's the dividing
Instrumental Sonic and lyric Sonic. Yeah, those are the 2 versions.
The one that bridges the gap, I think, is Sega CD, Sonic CD.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the missing link. Yes,
I'm a no lyric Sonic guy. I don't hate the ones with lyrics. I like Sonic Adventure. But yeah, this is very much trying to do. I don't think they wanted to call it Sonic 5 just because they didn't want to remind people. Yeah, fuck it. They don't want to remind people that Sonic 4 existed.
Yeah, here comes
Take your fucking shoes off. Yeah. All right, there we go. I like how everything looks like candy. Everything's got a gloss to that game, and I like
that's good. Yeah,
like the boss fights and stuff, and like even the Robotnik fight at the end that I saw you fight, Jeff. It's just big bulbous head and stupid things, but where it gets stupid is where it reminds you that Sonic was never actually that great of a platformer. Right. And I saw you getting frustrated because like you would be trying to jump on his head, which seemed like the obvious spot, and you would like lose coins.
I would go right through it, or get hit
with no indication whatsoever.
And it would work the next time. The next time, the same exact thing would work.
Yeah, it's just like that was always the thing that divided Mario and Sonic. Was like, sure, Sonic kids liked Sonic had Riz. And so I think
I'm a Sonic fan, so I agree.
Sonic had Riz. He respected it.
Yeah,
he rizzes up the kids. Yeah,
whereas Mario.
That's why I am how I am.
Mario, I don't know if Mario has Riz, but it is such a finely tuned video game experience. Sonic never quite had that. Even in I would say Sonic 2 is the best Sonic game ever, and even that's fucking loosey goosey, weird ass platforming. You know?
Now, Dan, I need you to tell me, out of the Mario Brothers, who has more Riz, Mario or Luigi?
Mario.
Okay.
We've seen him impress Peach, and she's like kissed him and stuff. Luigi, I think, like lusts for Daisy, but I don't know if we've ever seen anything happen.
He's rock hard for sure.
Yeah, like Peach is like baking cakes and stuff.
He's
like
bricked up.
Letters, and I don't think Luigi has any.
While Luigi has Riz, everyone is correct.
While Luigi, the shit with the rose and stuff.
Oh my god!
Like biting a rose in front of a
volcano. If he came up and did that, maybe
like
I'm being rizzed up by Waluigi right now.
Like he is the most in the entire Nintendo world. Yeah.
I was worried about Sonic because I told you that splash screen came up and it says Arzest. I'm like, that is the real developer of Balan Wonderworld. Like, of course, it's like Yuji Naka and stuff, but like, they do like the creative design, but the team that does the actual work is Arzest. And they had worked on like some of the Yoshi's Island, the bad Yoshi's Island sequels. They did one that people think is okay, but really most of them pretty bad. And I was worried. I'm like, oh, this feels like a cheap, like, okay, we're gonna do another Sonic game. We'll get that team over on it, but. It seems fine. It's a Sonic game. It doesn't need to be something super magical or big.
It goes a little too hard on the like bonus stage stuff where it's like I like Sonic bonus stages, especially like the Half-Life 1 from 2, the Sphere 1 from 3, and Knuckles. But
we did a lot of bonus stages and we weren't playing for very long.
That's the thing. Like, individual, like usually it would be like one bonus stage, or like you would hit the checkpoint and go through the thing, and maybe one at the end. I feel like you do one stage in this and play like 4 bonus stages. And it was the weaker one from 1, where it's like the rotating. Actually, there's the rotating one from 1 with like several different layers, which those aren't super fun to begin with. And then there's the weird one where you're like going in. It's like a 3D thing, and you're going like swinging, like trying to swing to collect gems.
Yeah, the grappling hook one.
Yeah, but it's very weird. Like
it was fine.
Depth perception
stuff. Of course it's Sonic. It's not good.
I just don't want to do those 4 times a level.
Yeah, totally. You know? And we did it about 4 times the level.
Yeah, it's like I think in a trailer,
that was probably tuned up for the demo.
Sure,
maybe
because like what was happening is we get the checkpoint and the little portal would open up above the checkpoint, and it wasn't like I was collecting a lot of rings to make that happen. And I think in the normal game it'll probably be a lot higher. We want people to see the bonus stages for this.
Point.
So
I feel like it passes the Sonic like sniff test. Like you walked in a room and somebody was playing it, it'd be like, oh, that looks like a classic Sonic game. No, that looks pretty good. But then it's like you start playing, it's like the frame rate's kind of weird sometimes. These levels seem weirdly laid out. There's too many bonus stages.
I mean, I think this is no Sonic Mania. They should have worked with Christian Whitehead again.
Yes,
they're not. They have the Sonic team kind of doing some design and RSS doing most of the work, and based on that, I think it's the best version of what that can be, but that can only be so much fun.
So weird.
Yeah, I mean, they got the characters you want. Knuckles is in there. I think Amy's in there or whatever.
Yeah.
And they got it's colorful, and it looks pretty good, and it's well animated. We were messing around making Knuckles do his air control.
A weird level of air control.
And back and forth, and he's like moving, he's rotating completely, and it's like, okay, we're getting to see all sides of this Knuckles. But it's still going to play as one of those games, and it's outdated at this point. It is.
Yeah, and the original games, the heyday, kind of hasn't aged that well to begin with. So it's like this is a lesser version of something that didn't age that well.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Grub, any games? I mean, during the Ubisoft Forward, you talked about Prince of Persia.
Yeah, I'll just for the Bombcast, I'll just mention it again real quick. But if you want to hear more thoughts, you can watch the Ubisoft talk over. Prince of Persia is very good. It's got a lot of elements happening there. Devil May Cry combat stuff, not super combo heavy, but definitely in terms of like parrying and like perfect parries, and when enemies do gold attacks, they do these big cinematic parries that feel really good, and that works in boss fights. You're building up meters to do special attacks, and if you build up your meter twice, you do a special attack that also has like a place where you can pool up and get health back at the same time. There's a lot going on, and it just all feels incredible. The moving around the world is very, very, very well done, but just like, jumping up and air dashing or sliding with iframes through an attack, and then getting behind the boss, and he's like, oh, I'm going to tail whip you, and then parrying that, and that staggers him just enough, and then you go in there and you just attack him a bunch, and then that builds up your meter, and you do your special attack, and then he comes back with the gold attack, and then you parry that, and it's big cinematic, and now he's staggered for a long time, and you've built up your meter again, and it's that awesome. It flows so well. And then the exploration seems really cool as well. I just was having fun with every aspect of it. For me, it is the best game I played at the show.
Wow.
I think it showed really well on like trailers and the gameplay stuff we saw today at the Ubi thing, or yesterday. But hearing you and Tam talk about playing it and everything you just described, every single thing you guys said about it, I was like, oh, I'm going to like this game.
Patrick was playing it too, and he had like, it's like definitely a Patrick Klepek kind of game, and when he got done, he was just like buzzing about it as well.
Yeah,
and I'm like, I think it's going to instantly click with a lot of people. It didn't take me long to get the hang of it at all. It knows what it's going for, and it nails it. It really does. The other, Fae Farm, I thought was actually pretty surprising.
Nice.
Well done.
Like really quality of life stuff going on with that.
Yeah, exactly.
Like Stardew,
like Stardew, but like we wanted you to be able to run around anywhere and jump on anything and stuff. And that actually is a surprisingly cool thing for a game like that.
There's so much moving around and just every morning in Stardew, getting to town and stuff like that, and being able to like kind of skip, hop, and jump over rooftops.
Yeah, do like a
that.
mini Mario 64. I'm just gonna jump through this space real fast, and I'll jump on top of this house to get on the other side of this house. It's like, oh, that's actually kind of nice. And then every 10 feet, there was some other cool thing happening in that game.
With smart things like the context-sensitive like multi-tool thing. So it's like, oh, if you go up to a rock, you need a break. It switches to this pickaxe.
Yes,
if you switch to this thing that you need to harvest or whatever, it switches to that.
Like, if you walk up to a hole in the beach you need to dig, it automatically switches. It's just one button. There are some things like the wands. There's some other things that you do have to switch to, but a lot of your primary tools are part of this multi-tool.
Yeah.
And that's really well done. And the fishing felt fun, and the Animal Crossing like world design of like, I want to build my flower bed over here, my farm over there. That all seems great, and it's got these dungeons and stuff. It's 4-player now. I only got to play single player, but it seems like it'll be a lot of fun to bring in your friends and have them help with your work. Help with your world. it is like a little bit like Animal Crossing, the recent ones where they're going to come into your place.
Yeah.
You guys aren't going to have a shared world.
Right. They don't have a house in the
right,
world.
exactly.
Like they're just
right.
Yeah.
But still, I think there's still something there. So.
Cool.
I would have to say the number one game I saw this weekend was the first one I saw, and that's Mortal Kombat.
Yep.
And I know we've talked about it a lot already.
So
check out our discussions over the weekend. But like, goddamn, as someone who like, you know, I know I always say like Mario, Zelda, Metal Gear are like my pillars of gaming, but kind of right there for me, as well as the impression that Mortal Kombat made on me as a little kid and has continued to stay relevant throughout my life and everything. Like, I fucking love that series, and this one more than almost any I've played is just like, oh, this is speaking to everything I love about it. And back in the day, it was always like, you know, Street Fighter was the better fighting game. Mortal Kombat had more personality and controversy and characters and everything. And it's so cool now to like, look, obviously Street Fighter 6 kicks ass. It's really good. And, you know, I'm sure maybe on some technical level, I'm sure hardcore people would say Street Fighter is still the superior one. But there's no debating that at this point, Mortal Kombat is not a gimmick. It is not just the bloody fatality game.
No.
It is a fucking good fighting game. And it has been for a long time.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
But it is old bullshit now to be like, that's not a pillar of fighting games in some real way. Of course it is.
And it's playing to the nostalgia and like the old, like even just seeing like, you know, Sonya and her old gear and everything. And it's going back, which I like because I didn't love a lot of the new, you know, Kotal Khan and the Combat Kids and all that stuff.
Kids,
Those are great games, but like I didn't connect with those characters as much. So going back and giving like new gimmicks to these classic characters where it's like, oh fuck, Liu Kang was such a babyface in the first one. He was the one guy who didn't kill you with his fatality. He just did a fucking cartwheel. You know, in this one he's a vengeful fire god super heel.
Right.
Like, I want to see that version of Liu Kang. That sounds fucking awesome.
Right, and that's what he said, like each character that is not one of the combat, the cameo characters is a new version of these characters, like a whole new identity is how they put it. It's like, okay, so there's going to be something to learn here.
And they so know how to pop people with like, we saw like a fatality montage at the end of a presentation, and they showed like Jax growing to be a giant and step on someone's like, yes, what a silly fucking fatality from Mortal Kombat 3 that everyone just remembers like, why does he grow into a giant?
Yeah, right, why not?
But they take their lore seriously enough to where like they're not constantly winking at the camera and being snarky. But they're also like, let's do the dumb fucking thing where he gets huge and steps on you. Like, the tone is perfect. They understand their product so fucking well with Mortal Kombat.
Fighting games in a good space. We had Bruce Campbell's kid over here dominating people in Street Fighter 6.
Yeah.
Campbell's kid was here
in the green room, just beating everybody up.
I don't know if folks saw it on the green room cam. I think it was Nite 2, but like the whole crowd had hovered around, cheering. It was like a little mini Evo. The thing I want to add to Mortal Kombat 1 is just like, it just looks so gorgeous.
It's
absolutely gorgeous. And like,
the characters.
I think the first trailer that was pretty much like a lot of the fatalities or the finishing moves, combo things.
Oh, the fatal blows.
Fatal blows. I was like, oh, this is a lot of blood, guys. I don't know if I can handle this. But then like watching everything else, I think we talked about it, like the transitions from like the character select screen, like yelling at each other to like pulling out, and then it's like a whole new background. Absolutely amazing. But also the little thing I loved is like, even with the cameo characters, they have so much attitude. Like Kano just like the snot bubble. But then anytime you call Jax out, he'd do his thing, and then he'd go like, what? Afterwards, and then he'd go to the back. And it was just like,
Jax is the best.
It's like, is Jax? Exactly.
Cigar is really good.
And I was like, is Jax hella fucking cool?
Yes.
And I'm like, he's
the best air thing I've ever seen in a video or in a fighting game is just when you hit the block button when Jax is jumping at someone and he just grabs him and just like drops down to one like backbreaker from the sky. And he's got that. That's one of his like cameo things. Yes.
I also like the little like design tweaks to the characters and everything. Like Liu Kang is completely different because he's like a fire god. Like Blind Kenshi, I always thought was pretty cool, but now he looks a little cooler. One of the games that I saw that I don't think you gentlemen saw was Cocoon.
No,
and Cocoon had a lot of buzz from Annapurna. Exactly. Yeah, you're a little bug boy, and so you are in. It's an isometric puzzle game where you're kind of jumping in and out of worlds. So you'll jump into one world, like into a sphere, and then you'll hit like a roadblock. So then you'll have to pop out, grab that actual physical world, and use that as a tool to move around. So like that'll be a sphere that you'll have to place somewhere. That'll open a door.
Is it like the end of Men in Black?
Yes, actually. It is exactly like that. But you still remain this little bug boy. And like you're just dragging that around and then having to use those different worlds to navigate the overworld. There was a point in the demo where I had like 2 different world orbs that I was actively jumping in and out of. But there's no attack button. You're just jumping around and like activating stuff. And there was like a boss battle at one point that was really tense because you can't do squat. And there, as far as I was in the demo, there's no other movement abilities. So you kind of just have to wait for like a bomb thing to come up. You grab that and then you blow it up in the boss's face. The thing that struck me most about it, the sound design, absolutely fucking amazing. Right. Like despite it being an isometric game and like scale-wise really small, everything felt so heavy and like overpowering.
Is it like a Bastion style of isometric, like that type of perspective and camera distance?
Yeah, it's about like that size and scale, but then like everything feels organic in a way where like all the machinery and all the mechanisms, it's like, oh, this is like there's light goop to it. No slime, but like goopy vibes to it.
Goopy vibes.
Goopy vibes. Yeah. The other thing that I hate that I saw, I fucking hate that I saw this. First appointment.
Yeah.
Emma and I roll up.
You fool.
Oh.
Fly, you fool. That's what I would say.
Checked out Magic the Gathering, the Lord of the Rings expansion.
And just everything about this is going to be a problem.
Thing is, I've never really liked Lord of the Rings.
Until now?
Same.
Yeah. Like, I was in a similar camp as you, Dan. It's like, I don't get it. What is Hobbit? Whatever. Magic the Gathering. I mean, you boys know I like Pokemon cards. I like playing it. Fuck. I was so actively upset.
Really?
Because, like, the whole time I'm watching this play, it's like, this seems fun. Oh, this art's really cool. Oh, wow. And then of course...
Neurons, there's
Yep.
just lighting up,
Making connections.
Yeah. And then, like, we're playing, like, Emma was originally playing against, like, one of the, like, the PR people, and then, because he's really good with playing against new people, but then someone who's never played Magic came, so they had to switch him out. And we wound up chatting with, like, the lead art director, like, the dude that, like, oversaw this whole, like, Lord of the Rings expansion. And then he just seemed like the coolest fucking guy. And then he was just talking about his like little design ethos about with all the cards and everything. And I was like, you're so fucking cool. I think I like Lord of the Rings now. Oh my God, am I about to buy all these books and all these fucking cards?
What have they done?
You can't do it, Jan. You have to stop.
I need to
They're
take...
little dorks. They're not cool.
But like...
It's not cool. Don't do it. You're a cool guy.
Aragorn looks so cool, though. He had a sick beard.
He's the like, normal guy with the sword, right?
Yeah, he's the normal guy with the sword.
He's not the little the Elijah Wood guys.
No, he's not the Elijah Wood guys. He's not the Ewoks.
They suck. God, they're stupid.
You just like that you don't like that they're little?
They're just stupid. Why am I supposed to root for these idiots? Like, they're just like, what cool thing can they do?
They're not evil.
They're not magic. They can't fight. They don't do cool shit. They don't say cool shit. They don't look cool.
They love breakfast, though.
Ooh, fucking! I've been wrong all these years. They like fucking eggs. I don't know. Like, oh,
fair enough. Yeah, got him.
Luke Skywalker's like a dork, but at least he can swing a laser sword.
Yeah,
you know?
he's got magic
like,
powers.
Move a ship around or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, all right. I need to think about my life now, and maybe take one more break, and then we'll be right back. And we're back. Gentlemen, it's been a long week.
It has. It really does feel like Disneyland was months ago.
Yes.
I keep forgetting that happened.
We went to Disneyland.
Yeah. So we did shoot some videos. We'll have a Disneyland trip video.
We got we never talked about it. Like, I mean, we can talk a little bit about it here, but we got to do that for that video.
Oh, right. I need to film you guys
like
closing thoughts of it. I forgot. We never did that.
We talked about it on something. We've been at 19 different fucking streams here.
Yeah. We also did like a show floor tour of Summer Game Fest that we'll put up. Each time we have these trips, I think like we're going to have so much time to do all this and that and that. No, no time.
This one was really nonstop.
Yesterday, I'm so glad I did have a window where I just laid on this couch.
He mentioned
and
it.
Took a nap.
I told Grub during one of the breaks.
Okay.
That
was
It was a bad move for me to take my shoes off. A big thing for me is if I keep my shoes on, it feels like okay, I'm active. I'm on.
Yeah.
As soon as they're off, it's like oh, the day's over.
Okay. Well, we'll put our shoes back on for you, Grub. I completely forgot about this, but one of my favorite things about Summer Game Fest this year, specifically the night shows, is Christian's friends Rolling
Plus.
the Argentinian.
that was awesome.
The Argentinian crew rolling up.
Thanks again for coming by.
Shouts out to the homies.
Yeah, they were awesome. They were
some of the best people.
Enthusiastic, positive, cool people.
Great people. Love games. And then Christian DMs me on Discord saying like, "Hey, my friend sent a package to the office. It's there now." And then I look at the box. There's no address. There's no label. It just says care of Jan/Jeff/Dan/??
It's just the box from 7.
Yeah. And I'm like,
what's in the box?
I'm like, God, if anyone else found this box, they'd be like, I don't know about those giant bomb guys anymore. Who's sending packages here?
Did it say giant bomb on it anywhere?
I don't think it did.
Okay, that's
probably good.
It's probably for the best that it didn't.
Absolutely.
Have you guys had to do the thing where you're wearing like our merch and like we're going into the airport and you realize like, fuck, I'm outside the airport and I'm switching clothes out. I'm opening my bags.
I wore a giant bomb hat and I'm like, I'm gonna tilt it up because I'm at least I'm 6 feet tall, taller than most enough people, and I tilted up so most people didn't see. And that
security cameras just see straight up.
That's right. The eye in the sky is coming for me.
Oh boy. Well, gentlemen, it's been a pleasure. I mean, I we gave shouts out to Emma, but shouts out to you, Dan. Shouts out to you, Grub. Shouts out to Tam and Lucy.
Yeah.
As always, shouts out to the whole GameSpot crew.
Yes.
Love hanging with the GameSpot crew. You know who's also hella cool?
Who's that?
Kurt.
Kurt? Oh yeah.
Kurt is like a cool dude.
Cool dude. Before until our karaoke night and.
When you guys open up your coffee shop?
Okay, so I told him, Kurt, I'm gonna take you to some like secret Bay Area barista throwdowns.
Yeah, I know because he mentioned Third Wave Coffee. I'm like, him and Jan are like they're kindred spirits over here.
It's Kurt and Davina from GameSpot.
Yes. Check out the Kurt Locker. Shouts out to Dave Klein. Bailey, of course.
Bailey, of course. Yeah.
But yeah, shouts out to Bacalar too.
John Luke.
Oh yeah, John Luke, Decker,
Mike
Jess, Michael Heim.
Yep.
Shouts out to Bacalar.
Bacalar, yes, absolutely.
Yeah. And then I guess we'll run it back next year.
Yes, let's do it again.
I mean, everyone wants to do it.
If there's another Summer Game Fest, we'll be there.
Yeah.
Keely,
get on it.
Seems like it went well for him, so I think he'll probably do a very similar thing next year, and we'll be here to be.
Keely, here's a Keely, here's a proposition. You know, you got your entertainment during the day and stuff. You want a fun night show? You want a night show?
Your dirty little night boys. Look at these feet. Look at these feet.
Look at this. We're giving this away for free.
That's right.
We can talk about it over some ramen.
The ramen goblins are here.
We'll see you next Tuesday for another episode of the Giant Bombcast. I've been Jan, he's been Dan, he's been Jeff. Quackaga. All right.